Tuesday. Let me scroll down. We have our hit Tabata. So we have bob and weave squat, crunches, plank, jacks, jump rope. Bob and weave squat. I forgot what I said already. Oh, crunches, plank, jack. Crunches, or you can reach to the side. Plank jack, or step, step, and jump rope. All right, bob and weave. So this one I've seen get really funky. I guess if you don't have much rhythm, but it's really not that difficult. So what you want to do is you want to start with your legs apart, and you want to think about swooping down and up to one side, swooping down and up to the other, okay? So you're gonna scoop down, and when you come up, all the weight should be on one leg and you're just on your tippy toe on the other. Then you're gonna swoop back down to the middle, pop up on the other side. All the weight is on this leg and I'm just on my tippy toe, okay? So swoop down, pop up, swoop down, up, down, toe, okay? So kind of like a boxing thing. Some people like to add a punch in. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but it's that dip up. That's the motion we're looking for, okay? And I should have mentioned this in my leg day before, but I have a whole separate video on our group page for like bad knees, leg subs, whatever it is, and it shows you all different exercises that you can do if you can't bend, or you can't bend a lot, or you can't jump. It gives you those so that way you don't have to ask me every time there's something that you can't do. You can just refer to that video and pick whatever exercise that you want, okay? That just made me think of it, because I was thinking some people might not be able to do that. Crunches. So as I mentioned before when I was talking about the sit-up, the crunch is just crunching forward. So everything's on the ground, your knees are bent, and you're only lifting your head and your shoulders off the ground. So when you crunch, you're not doing a full sit-up. You're crunching that part of your body off the ground. Some people like to put their hands behind their head, crunch, crunch. I sometimes like to just keep them by my side, crunch, crunch, okay? But it's pretty basic, just a crunch. Plank jack. So this is another, like I said, we do a lot of stuff in high plank position. So you're gonna be in high plank position, and you're gonna make sure that your butt is not up in the air, and you're gonna jump your feet in and out like jumping jacks. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. So even though that your butt is moving because you're jumping, it shouldn't be like this. Okay, that's way too much movement. It should just, think about keeping your hips tight and your core tight, and only your legs are moving. If you cannot jump your legs like that, step, center, step, center, step, center, step, center. If you need further assistance, you can use your chair. Okay, so whatever you have to do. Most of the exercises that we do have some sort of modification. So always try to think of, because there's plenty of things I'm sure I haven't thought of that maybe you have. So do whatever you can think of. If you're totally stumped, then we can come up with something else. And then jump rope. So if you have a jump rope, please use it. If you do not, we're gonna just pretend. So you're gonna put your arms out like this, and you're gonna pretend that you're jumping rope, okay? So it might seem stupid, but it's not, because you are still doing the exact motions that you do when you're actually jumping rope, okay? So it's not stupid. It feels like it feels silly, but it's not. I actually bought, and maybe I'll show it in the group, a ropeless jump rope recently off Amazon. It has 2 handles, a little bit of plastic type of thing, and then it has 2 balls, and they're a little bit weighted. So you swing them in your hands, but there's no actual rope going under you, so you can't trip, you can't mess it up. So sometimes I like to use that because it makes it feel more like real jump roping, but either way, as long as you're up on your tippy toes, jumping like this, that's all you gotta do, okay? And that's your hit Tabata for Tuesday.